We have with us Polish Minister Mr. Bartoszewski. He is the State Secretary of Foreign Affairs. Thank you for speaking to DD India and taking out time. India and Poland have seen a great relationship in the past as well. How do you see the relationship now moving forward, and what more do you think that the two nations can do to enhance their ties?
First of all, they can do plenty more. We've had diplomatic relationships for 70 years, and it was always a good relationship. We never had any problems. I saw Prime Minister Modi yesterday and the year before delivering a very strong message of development and growth, and we can see that it's happening. 9% of your GDP comes from IT. 7% of our GDP comes from IT. So we already have some Indian IT companies present on our soil. We want to have more cooperation in various new technologies. We have specialized firms in various technology sectors, including even the space sector. You, of course, are now the new giant in the space sector, landing on the unseen face of the moon. We want to increase our connections with India for a very simple reason. We share the same core values. We believe in an international system of rule of law, of respect for people's sovereignty and independence. And you are the greatest, the biggest democracy in the world, and we would like to deal with you more.
The India-EU trade deal, it's the toughest negotiation possible. It's been there in the talks. 7th round of talks were held quite recently. We're expecting some fast-tracking in that FTA. How do you view this entire deal, and how important do you think it is at this point to have an FTA with India in the current geo-economic turbulent scenario we're living in?
It is very important. I know it's very cumbersome because India has one government and with a strong mandate to rule. I expect it to have that mandate after the coming election. We've got 27 governments, and that is way more complicated to agree. Yes, it's important. I think they are probably now dividing into a few parts. So some sectors are covered instead of being everything in one bag, which is even more difficult. But I think there is an understanding in the EU that we need that agreement because we need to formalize our economic relations, trading relations, also because it facilitates sales of European companies in India. And removes certain barriers and bureaucratic procedures. So it's very important for the EU as a whole as much as it is for India. And I said there is an understanding now that if you look at the Indo-Pacific as a region, India is not only a huge market, but it's also a country which I said before, but it's very important, shares our values.